Good morning, everybody. This is Hoosier Faithful. Today, we get to talk a little bit about some football. Sorry we didn't get to do a Tuesday episode. However, we were flying back from Florida and we were tired. But today, got something special for you guys. We get to talk about Alabama versus Oklahoma. Who do we think is going to win that game? The Heisman Trophy, Fernando Mendoza. He wins it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And Diego
Javier.
Prickboy didn't win.
Guido.
Anyhow,
Hey, how you doing?
how you doing? So, and also we're going to talk a little bit about the football schedule, the college football schedule coming up. You know, who's going to play this weekend, the big games. Yeah, it's going to be interesting subjects today.
Yeah.
Because really, there's not much we can really talk about for IU football right now.
Yeah, another week off.
We have another week off, so we're gonna, my father and I are pretty excited.
Yeah.
For this weekend because we get to finally figure out who we get to play.
Who we get to play. Now I did a little polling on X. And right now the polling is 54% Alabama.
I could see that, right? But sorry, that was my shoot. Everybody, it wasn't our alarm. I could see that. However, I think Oklahoma's going to come out with this.
You.
I think Oklahoma's going to come out with this just based on they held them last time. It was a very tight knit game, and it's going to be at Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, the 12th man will be Reverend.
And these guys,
less Texas A&M, but same difference.
These guys are fiery in their stadium.
Yeah, it's a loud stadium.
It's a pretty loud stadium.
And it's Alabama, SEC rival.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be a really fun game, and Oklahoma really good on defense.
Mm-hmm.
On film, really good defense. Not so good offensively. The last game I was watching a little bit of Alabama turned over the ball too much.
Yeah, that's the thing with Alabama I've seen is Alabama has a problem with their pass defense, not pass defense, but their pass offense. They gave up 158 yards per game through the air. You can't do that with us if they do play us. Because if we can attack you from the air, you're pretty much ours at that point.
Yeah.
They have a lot of really good schemes. They run the 4-2 on a third down. They run nickel packages. It's a bunch of different things that they'll run. And DeBoer's really good at calling it out for the defensive side of the ball. They have really good situational play. If you guys don't know what that is, that's a strong performance in key situations. Includes first, second downs with strong opponent ratings. They have something there, and DeBoer's really good at calling offense and calling defense if needs to be. And Daddy Nick will beat it down his throat if he doesn't win a game against Oklahoma again.
Right. Also, our former was kind of makes me want Alabama a little bit because our former defensive coordinator for Indiana University is there, and that is Womack.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a couple of our former coaches there, and speaking of which, real quick, I want to make a shout out to Coach Allen. I talked to him, and shout out to Coach Allen if you happen to watch this. Part of the success at Indiana has to do with you two and the kids that you recruited. So
I'm iffy on that. He's a good human being. I like him as an individual, but he's a class act kind of guy.
One thing that gets me, we're going off on the ridiculous. But at his salary that he was making, that Bryant Haynes is making the same salary right now.
Well, there's something that Coach Allen couldn't do is put us at number one.
Right. Yeah, I love Coach Sagan.
Yeah,
Shanahan
I'm
and Haynes.
not doubting him. Is what I'm saying to it is that
It comes down to money.
Allen could coach a defense.
Yeah.
He could coach a defense, but he couldn't coach an offense. Not an offense, but a team.
Yeah.
Okay? I like Allen. I like Coach Allen a lot. But however, he couldn't do those things. He's a cool individual. He's a really nice individual as a human being and a class act, But when it comes down to having these nitty gritty things that you got to do to have your team be developed, he couldn't do that.
The support staff around us.
It was around him that was shifty. But you got to think of this way. He went from Indiana to Penn State.
Yeah.
Failed at Indiana, failed at Penn State. And now Clemson is hardly getting by.
Not
Clemson
head coach, but Penn State, he was the top-rated defense in the country. And same with Clemson still the top defense in the country.
Clemson, no. Dad, go look at their stuff.
Okay.
Where are they ranked nationally from 1 through 10? Tell me right now.
I don't know. It's off the top of my head.
It's their scoring defense isn't even on there.
Okay. They're put in tough positions because of the offense, but we won't argue this point. Let's get back to our thing that we're talking about: Alabama versus Oklahoma.
Alabama versus Oklahoma. Oklahoma's going to take it because one, they're at home. They have a bunch of speed that Alabama couldn't get to them on.
Right.
It was a close-knit game. It was. If Alabama would have kicked the field goal at the end of the game, they would have tied it up and gone to overtime. I watched this game actually 2 to 3 times already. Alabama has a really good run. They can run the ball. Ty Simpson, he has a hell of an arm. He can read defenses really well. But that's another problem. He just doesn't have the wide receivers to commit to catching the ball and running downfield.
Right.
That's how Oklahoma did them. They locked them up, and at the end of the second half, and they just couldn't do anything. They couldn't move the ball. Obviously, they're ranked 7th nationally for scoring defense, or just a defense in general.
Yeah.
Offense, however, on Oklahoma's side, they're not very good. Their line isn't very good. They were doing a lot of different schemes that you didn't really see Oklahoma do very often, but they did it against a rival, which you'll see that.
Passes
But this is going to be even better, guys. This is how I'm thinking about it. Either Alabama's going to blow them out, or Oklahoma's going to come up on a tight game.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right now it's all about who wants it more.
Right.
I think Oklahoma wants it more because, one, you're going against a rival against Alabama, and they want to do it again. But it's hard beating a team twice.
Yeah, it is.
So seeing how this is going to roll right now is going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm really looking forward to this game. I'll be able to watch it on TV.
Unfortunately, I won't be.
You'll be driving south, and we'll be meeting on Saturday. Our program is going to go to Florida the next time we have it. We're trying to discuss when we're going to be able to do it, but we'll post it and let you know. We're going to do it Sunday and Monday or what. But yeah, I'm thinking. Well, I like Alabama in this game just because I found out that Ty Simpson's going to play. The only reason why I picked against Alabama was I thought that Ty Simpson was hurt. So I think Alabama's going to come away with a win here.
I don't know. Ty Simpson was there whenever they played Oklahoma.
Right.
And there was a lot of things that could have been done differently by him.
Right. Game management.
Right. And he didn't do. That's what cost him the loss at last time.
The turnovers.
There was an interception that was very meaningful during that time. if you pressure Ty, just like like when you're playing against Ohio State, if you pressured Sand,
Yeah.
he would throw dumb passes or he try to get rid of the ball. You want to try to cover it. That's what Ty does. If he gets rushed too quick, he just dumps the ball wherever it may be.
Yeah.
And again, you can't do that.
No, you can't.
Can't do that against any team. I can't just say Indiana, but
Oklahoma's damn good defense, fast defense, so that might come into play.
Yeah.
It really will. The whole team defense is really like our Big Ten defenses, like Oregon and Iowa and Ohio State. No, he's shaking his head no. He's covering his mouth, people.
I wouldn't compare them to anything out of our top seeded teams in the Big Ten for defensive wise.
You wouldn't?
No.
Oklahoma?
No.
Oh God.
I wouldn't personally. Look, you have a borderline. Okay. The SEC grabs you because you got stars.
Right.
We do the same. But if you're looking at differences between the SEC and the Big Ten, we go for the taller, stronger, faster guys. The SEC goes for the big guys who,
space eaters.
Yeah, like they're bigger.
Right.
Which is going to be a problem whenever they come to play whoever a Big Ten team they may play.
Right.
The Big Ten, even on Oregon's positional side, their defense, or even just like Ohio State, the defensive end Curry, he's tall, strong, and fast.
Yeah.
Okay, then you have the defensive ends from Alabama. They're big and they're strong, not very fast. The one thing they know how to do is how to do the swim move or spin around you and get to the QB that way. But with Big Ten, it's ball's gone.
Right.
They don't wait. They already have a person locked in on ball's gone.
Right. It's a really split second.
Yeah, it's split second.
2 seconds.
Whenever you're with the SEC and somebody you play constantly all the time,
right?
You have 3 seconds, 4 seconds. You have a total actually 6 seconds per play. That was something that Oklahoma was having trouble with against Alabama.
Yeah.
It took longer. It took I think I counted an 8-second drop for Ty Simpson to get the ball out.
That's crazy.
Yeah. In the Big Ten, you can't do that.
No.
It's 1, 2, 3. We're already collapsing the box. Yeah. Get them outside. What's going to happen there? Then you have the edges, the outside linebackers wanting to come in and destroy you. Even if you have the ball already out of your hand, they're still coming after you.
Yeah, Fernando, man, I was worried in that first play. Championship out, my first series. Holy cow!
And Alabama and Oklahoma doing those bootlegs.
Yeah.
Well, we like doing zero blitzes.
Yeah.
You try that bootleg on us, our Mike is going to come up and figure out who you really are. That's just Big Ten, though.
Yeah. And we have 3 good linebackers back there, so any one of them could really do it.
Yeah.
And I'm going off topic again, but I'm really still curious on who we're going to put in a defensive end spot. But we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how this rolls. Like I said, it's either going to be a blowout game or it's going to be a close-knit game.
I think it's going to be a really close game.
I hope so. Dang it. I want Oklahoma to win this game so bad.
Yeah.
Me personally, I think we have a better chance of winning against Oklahoma than Alabama. Be 100% honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm looking at these scheme plays that they're doing. And as you can tell, I'm very tired. I've been up all night watching film.
You have?
Yes, I have.
Good job, Jinx.
It's nothing new. These scheme plays, like I said before in the Ohio State game, they have different schemes than what we're used to. And watching what they do, and like I said, when we were talking just you and I the other night, I know Coach Sig is probably going nuts right now.
Yeah.
He hasn't played a game.
Crazy. Don't stir crazy. Don't stir crazy.
And I bet you these boys are too.
Yeah. It's a long time in between games.
It's a long time for me, and I don't even play.
Yeah, it has to be hard. It has to be hard for them. They got to go down to New York City, NYC, which I actually was there for a week, and I did not like it. When I was a hockey player, I was there for a week. Ugh. Did not enjoy it at all. But anyway, it seems like they had a lot of fun out there. A lot of the players went to it to see Fernando win the Heisman. And congratulations to Fernando Mendoza, our first ever Heisman Trophy winner. Yeah. Way to go, Fernando.
Yeah, that's huge for Indiana. Well, huge for us.
Yeah, it's huge for the program.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, all these accolades that are happening right now, it's great that we have this going on. Because I mean, the wins that we've had this year, it's only gonna boost our recruiting every year.
Yeah.
So 2027 is gonna be huge. 2026 has been good.
Yeah. For the program as itself, but as the whole university.
Yeah.
You know, we've been irrelevant for so many years.
In
football, and you know, now it's time for us to have that shine. And he's gonna bring it back home. He brought it back home. It's in the locker room. I know it's in the locker room.
Do you?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's in the locker room. I popped a joke to one of my buddies. I said, Fernando's probably sleeping with it every night. I mean, I would. No, yeah, it's in the locker room right now. I don't think.
How about that reporter, that woman reporter asking about the girlfriends? I could not believe that. I was like, how could you ask that as a reporter?
Yeah.
In that moment, I was like, what are you doing as a reporter?
Yeah, I don't know, but
you're gonna have a lot more girlfriends, Fernando, because you won the Heisman Trophy.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't discuss his personal life, which I don't blame him. He shouldn't have to.
No, but one of my good friends is one of the security guards for him.
Yeah.
So he told me that that's where it was at because he wanted to take a picture and show me it.
Oh, cool.
And the Big Ten championship trophies in the trophy room, so that's pretty cool. Nice. I got to see that. But yeah, Indiana, it's our program here. It's coming up, and like you said, 2027 is going to be interesting and what it brings for us.
Yeah, 2026 is already on the road. I mean, that the recruit class we've had. We'll talk about it later because on a later episode.
Is there more coming in?
There's some more. The rumor mill is coming in. That we have some more coming in. The early signing period is set and done with, and we'll have to wait for the next signing period before that happens. And also, you know, one thing, the portals we'll talk about later more in depth. The portal, this is being a different time for coaches and players, and staff to have to deal with. For us, I mean, for Indiana, we're not used. The last 2 years we've been in this position, but we're not used to being in this position.
No.
It's going to be hard for the staff to go through all this. You know, you're doing game film, you're doing preparation, you're doing recruiting, you're doing January 2nd, portal opens. So you're recruiting there too.
Yeah.
You know, and trying to budget where you want to spend money at and what our needs are. But, well, I mean, that's something we'll talk about later.
You know, the best way to get comfortable is to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can tell you that all these guys right now, you know, especially Hoosier fans, we're a little uncomfortable right now.
All right.
But every dog, once you back them in the corner, is going to growl.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the mindset we have to keep at. Everyone's backing us in the corner right now, and it's time to go. Okay.
It's almost go time.
So, as a program, this is huge for us, and I'm very happy. You know, that speech was beautiful. Fernando.
Yeah, Fernando had a great speech here. Classy kid.
Yeah.
Family kid, believes in God.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody that were the old Heisman winners all loved him.
Yeah.
And then you had another guy who was a jackbutt. And the Heisman committee didn't like that at all. It brought back memories of Johnny Manziel.
I'm already Diego. What Pavia? Going to a club and saying "fuck Indiana."
Yeah.
Class act, buddy. Class act. Little 5'7" ass didn't get the Heisman. He's only 5'7", 5'8" on a good day.
Yeah.
He wants to sit there and act like he done something for Vanderbilt. I mean, granted, he did.
He did.
He did good. But the reason why you didn't get it is because, one, you acted like a jackass. And I'm sure it would have been closer if you would have raised your chest up and acted like a man that night.
Right.
You didn't. Then, two, dude, if you stopped running your dang chomper and got to work, you wouldn't have to worry about this kind of thing.
Right.
Our Heisman, right, wasn't boo-hooing because he got, everything around him. He was boo-hooing because he never thought he was going to get here.
Right.
Everybody in the world thought he wasn't going to get here.
Yeah, he wasn't very highly recruited coming out of college, coming out of high school. You know what I mean? Could have gone to Yale.
Yeah.
And decided the last minute got an offer at Cal.
Mm-hmm.
So he's another one of those people that Sig loves.
Yeah.
The underdog story.
Mm-hmm.
We have a ton.
I'm waiting for the movie.
Yeah, there's gonna be a movie about it. I wish I could invest in it because that would be amazing.
But
already a documentary probably coming out soon.
Yeah, but to it though, man, I get it, but you can't have 6 years under your belt in college and only have 3,000 passing yards.
Yeah.
6 years, bud. Our QB walked in and had 2,900. Yeah. Think about that. There's a difference there. Yeah. I would have thought Sayan would have had a closer judgment than him. Based on Sayan's a great QB.
Great QB, but he's young.
He's
going to have a chance to go there again if he keeps his play.
For sure. And guess what? I'm going to be rooting for him on that because he's a great QB.
Yeah,
he's a nice young man.
Yeah.
But
Pavia
dude, you destroyed yourself.
Grind my gears even when he was walking in, the three guys. I don't know if that was his brothers. I think it was his brothers or whatever.
I didn't even know he was relevant until the Heisman came up.
Yeah.
Being so serious, but he's a tool. I'll say it right now. He can come to me if he wants. You're a tool, buddy. You need to simmer it down. You just lost a lot of stuff. You lost a lot of things after doing what you did.
Yeah, he won't get drafted now because everybody's going to use the Johnny Manziel thing.
Exactly as a wrestler, he was a wrestler too. We were taught discipline and what is being or becoming a man. Right?
Right.
He didn't show that. He showed that he was still a kid.
Yeah.
Anyhow, on the next topic, because I'm about to go on another rant about the SEC and Vanderbilt and however that may be. I'm about to go on another rant. I don't want to do that.
All right.
These football games that are coming up.
Yeah.
Props to Old Dominion for taking out South Florida.
What a win.
What a win. That was that was something, I didn't think that they were going to come this far, but they did. Old Dominion, good job. 24-10 beating out USF.
I watched that game. I watched all of that.
Did they overpower them?
It was the whole game.
The whole game?
The defense and offense, it was just a great job by them. Talking about running backs we need, I tell you what, that Old Dominion running back is not half bad on film, and he picked up blocks too, which I That's one thing I've always said
Yeah.
that I like.
Yeah. Washington absolutely destroying Boise State.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't expect anything less because Boise State really was.
They wasn't relevant until they had that QB and running back.
Yeah.
What's his face? I forget his face already.
Genty?
Yeah. He got robbed. He was a great running back.
Yeah, he was a great running back. And now, of course, this Love is coming out for the draft this year.
Really?
Yeah, he's not going to go back, but now he's coming out. He's going to the draft.
I think he's going to do real good in the NFL.
I do too. I think he's an all-purpose back, and even a third down back he can be.
Yeah.
And passes out of the backfield. I mean,
Yeah.
he did it all. He could do a lot.
A little bit of adjustment, because you're transitioning from a lot faster game from college to the NFL.
Yeah.
Don't try to size up the first man or try to pop the first man or try to hurdle him because those guys know it. And that's all the advice I can give you, and I'm sure he knows that.
Right.
No, I really wanted to talk about because we already surpassed Alabama, Oklahoma, the matchup between Miami and Texas A&M. Because I'm very interested to hear your input on Miami winning this game.
Miami, I really like their offensive, defensive line. There's certain really good players on both sides of the ball, and I've always been one of those guys that everything starts with your offensive, defensive line. It starts with your center and guards. And that's where football starts at.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody says the quarterback, but no, it starts
in the trenches.
Starts in the trenches on both sides of the ball. I'm really impressed with Miami at the trenches. They had a couple of hiccups along the way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they adapted and overcame them. So I think this is going to be a very good football game.
Yeah.
Very good.
I could agree, but I'm taking Texas A&M on this one.
You are.
They have home field advantage.
The home of the 12th man. This time I got it right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And also, my cousin goes there. So.
Yeah, your cousin does go there.
So.
All right.
I'm pretty sure he's going to. I didn't talk to him, but if I was him, I probably would have gone to that game. You go to college there, you get a free ticket, you might as well go.
You get a free ticket?
Well, he's part of the athletics too, I believe. I thought.
I didn't know that. He's
going to school to be an engineer, so.
Right.
Smart kid.
Smart kid.
Grew like a weed. I wish he would have played football.
Yeah, definitely.
He's a big boy.
Big kid.
Last time I seen him, he was shorter than me, and I mean, I'm 5'8" on a good day. So, and now he's like 6'3", 6'4". I don't know. He's a tall guy. So I'm taking Texas A&M just based off of their speed, their endurance, their QB is very good, their running back's very good. Starts in the trenches like you said. Defensive side of the ball, they are brutal. They're not up there on the list on defense, but however, I think that they're going to overwhelm Carson Beck. They have some
front?
In the front, yeah.
The front four?
Yeah, I think they're going to overwhelm him. Beck, although he's a great QB coming out of Georgia, he's seen the looks from Texas A&M before. But I mean, it can go both ways. You can probably flip a coin on this game. It's going to be that good of a game.
I really do think it's going to be a close, really good football game. This is a really good football game to watch.
Yeah.
And that's on December 20th at noon. Saturday.
Shits and giggles because I like messing with Oregon fans. I think James Madison wins against Oregon. I'm messing.
I'm playing around with that.
I'm playing.
Yeah. James Madison. I'm sorry. Great coach. Our coach came from there, and coaches and players and stuff. Great story, and Bobby Chesney gonna go coach in the Big Ten now, which is another great thing. He's a really good football coach, and there's some good players on there. It'd be funny if he takes Whitman. Anyway, I'm sorry.
That would be so bad.
That would be bad. But yeah, I really think that's going to be think it'll be close in the beginning, like the first half, but then
Orange is going to take
their
it
team
off.
speed is just
Their defense is so brutal.
yeah, their team speed is amazing.
But no, this would be an impact of a lifetime if James Madison somehow upsets Oregon, but I don't see it happening.
Right.
I've been wrong before, but just from playing Oregon,
Yeah, we watched them on film a lot because we had to match up film with other teams we were going to play against. So we watched a lot of Oregon football.
And Dante Moore, hell of a QB for Oregon. He's just going to pick apart their defense.
Yeah, they got some key players coming back from injury too, so that's going to even make it harder. It's actually one of those teams
I fear to play again.
Play again. Texas Tech. I mean, I hate to say that because I want the Big Ten to win all games, but Texas Tech for the Big 12, I'm really curious on that game. But that's coming next. But yeah,
I see it being an interesting game. Ole Miss is going to absolutely dominate against Tulane.
Yeah, it's not going to be.
They killed them on the regular season. They're going to do it again. Yeah. You have some other matchups coming up that, could be interesting for your team. Not very interesting for our side. You got Northwestern playing Central Michigan. Man, they've really screwed up this year for the playoff games.
Yeah.
Like, you're putting these teams, like, you have Northwestern and Central Michigan. Western, in my opinion, is just going to walk them.
For the bowl games?
Yeah. Louisville's playing Toledo. Like, that's actually going to be in Boca Raton, Florida.
Boca
Raton.
Yeah.
On Tuesday, December 23rd. Western Kentucky is playing Southern Miss. California is playing Hawaii.
That's a good game.
Are they playing at Hawaii? Yeah, they're playing Honolulu. Man, that actually
sounds kind of good.
It sounds kind of good.
Yeah.
It's at 8:00 on Wednesday.
Nice.
I might just watch that one. Minnesota versus New Mexico. Minnesota's gonna.
Yeah, Minnesota's gonna definitely win that game. I think.
But
they're 7-5, but they've played a lot of tough teams this year.
But this is the thing I'm really interested in. Penn State versus Clemson.
Yeah, that game really has me on the high wire too.
At the Yankee Stadium in Bronx, New York.
Yeah, Pinstripe Bowl.
Well, Yankee Stadium is not enclosed.
No, it's not.
And Clemson's from the South.
From the South. That could get cold up there.
Well, you're playing December 27th. Yeah, it's going to get cold.
One thing about New York City that's really funny is sometimes if the nor'easters come in, they get a lot of snow, but really, usually they don't. They get mostly rain, but it could happen.
Yeah.
This time of year.
You get number 22, Georgia Tech versus BYU in Orlando.
On the 27th. That's not that far away.
That's actually 45 minutes from where we stay at.
Yeah.
It's on the 27th, though. I have to be back.
Oh.
Anyhow,
that would be a good game to go see.
I
think Georgia Tech and BYU's would be a hell of a football game. I didn't even realize that until you just brought it up.
Yeah.
That's going to be That's going to be a hell of a football game.
Yeah.
It really is if they have no options.
Well, it could have been Notre Dame versus BYU, but they didn't want it.
Yeah, that would have been a very good. I would have loved to see that game.
I would love to see that game too.
$75 million left on the table because of that. They're not showing up. Oh, I wish I
and then they crowd their way into next year's. Anywho.
Anywho.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl.
Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl.
25 North Texas versus San Diego State.
Yeah. I don't know much about San Diego State, to be honest with you. I haven't even seen them play a game, but I tell you what, North Texas looked really good. And their quarterback for North Texas, I think he's one of my front runners that could come in the transfer portal to IU.
But who do we play next year?
First game of the year is North Texas.
Yeah. Just letting you guys know, it ain't going to be much of a cakewalk next year.
Yeah, next year's schedule is tough.
Letting y'all know. And this is where I said that next year we have to be a little bit patient.
Yeah.
Okay, we're losing a lot of our key players that are going to the NFL.
Or
wherever. Hoosiers, we're going to have to be a little patient. Let Sig work his magic and stir that little witch's pot he got.
Okay. Witch's pot.
Okay. So let him do what he has to do.
Yeah, he's going to have to get the pot going full bore because he's got a lot of key players that are
leaving, but we're also going to have a lot of key players coming in.
Yeah.
And let's hope they can get with the program. But we'll see on the spring game. But we're not focused about that now. We're worried about the next game.
Yeah, worried about this game.
So
we're 0-0 now.
You got another great game coming up on Tuesday, December 30th. You got Tennessee versus Illinois.
I just don't wish Illinois. You never know what team is going to show up. Honestly, okay. I mean, they're a really good football team. You just never know which team will show up.
Okay. Wednesday, December 31st. Number 23, Iowa versus number 14, Vanderbilt.
Oh. I already wrote something bad. I said, Indiana fan rooting for Iowa to blow him off. Pop it up. Because then you're rubbing the wrong way.
Diego?
Yeah.
Although he's talking about fuck Indiana, you're going to figure out there's another one in there.
Yeah.
And I promise
there's another eye in that.
I promise you,
Iowa
is not the team to mess with.
No.
So you can go back to the club and put fuck Iowa and see how well that goes for you. Anyway.
And I quote.
I'm letting you know now there's about 2, 3, 4 defensive guys on that team that have been doubted the whole entire football season after losing against Indiana. In Oregon, that love to hit.
They just love to make people hurt.
Yeah.
And I think there'll be a lot of hurting in that game because I don't see Vanderbilt even coming close.
Guess where that's at? Where? Raymond James Stadium, Tampa, Florida.
It will be gone. Our cousins live there.
Timeout. Guess what? Number 18, Michigan versus 13, Texas at Camping World, Orlando, Florida, December 31st.
We choose the wrong week to leave.
I ain't scared.
You aren't scared? We have the game on the 1st.
I'll be back.
No, you're nuts. You're going to be driving there and back this week.
I'm doing it again, ain't I?
Yeah, we drove down there this time.
And I had to fly back between 2 broad-shouldered dudes.
We had another guy at the end. I was at the window. He's in the middle. And he's just about, my boy's a little tiny little guy. 5'8". And then another big guy on the other side of him with big shoulders. Not like, wasn't a fat guy, just a big dude. Like probably 6'4", 6'5", big shoulders. Looked like he was a baller or something. But anyway.
I was cramped that whole 2-hour plane ride.
That was a rough trip home.
I actually considered about dumping my savings account just to get a private jet so I can have knee room. Okay?
Yeah.
So
maybe our next trip down there we'll get one private jet, go down there, but we can't afford to do tickets to the Rose Bowl.
No. I'm more interested about Rose Bowl. So you have number 23 Iowa go against Vanderbilt, who's also SEC team. Got Michigan versus Texas, which is another SEC team. Nebraska versus number 15 Utah, 3:30 in Las Vegas.
That should be a pretty good game too, honestly.
Well, they lost Raiola.
Yeah, I know.
Well, he's been hurt anyway, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, you went by one of our Big Ten teams. USC against Texas Christian.
USC is just gonna walk TCU. Just the
They got
dynamic.
the air raid offense.
Well, not only that, they're just fast.
Yeah.
They're so fast, and they have that kid. Like, he's tall, and he can get the ball.
Right.
He wants the ball. He not just get it. He wants it.
Yeah.
And if you want it, you get it.
USC was one of those teams this year that I was expecting more from. I mean, they went 9-3. You know what I mean? But
yeah, I expected more out of them. I just there's little tweaks and turns. I think this wasn't there out of the coaching side.
right.
There's a lot of close games they could have won, but a hiccup happened and it didn't happen.
Right. They won the games they were supposed to win. You know.
Right.
They played against. You know, they lost to Oregon. They lost to Notre Dame. They lost to Illinois. You know.
They could have won that game against Illinois.
Yeah, Illinois was so close. They should have won that game, honestly. When I watched it. You know.
Yeah. I don't know. You know, I
mean,
I wish it was different.
The Iowa game really surprised. I mean, Iowa was a damn good defense. You know, the Iowa game they should have. You know, they won the game, but yeah, that was just. I don't know. At Oregon, they got dominated at Oregon because Oregon was a great team. I mean, they're one of my college football finalist predictions. I mean, with a chance to win, it's crazy having 3 Big Ten teams in the college football playoff, and any 3 of them could win it.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah.
You know, Oregon, Ohio State, or Indiana could win it.
Yeah,
honestly, but I do like the fact that let's keep it going, and game that really gets me is the Kennesaw State versus. Is that Western Michigan? I can't see. Let me look it up. Western Michigan, yeah, I was right. Yeah, so that game too. I mean, we played Kennesaw State. They're 10-3.
Yeah.
It's just, and everybody was saying how soft their schedule was. We had one team that we probably shouldn't have played against, and that was Indiana State.
Yeah.
But the other 2 games, both teams are 10-3, and Old Dominion won in their game at bowl. If Kennesaw State wins their game at their bowl game, that's a pretty good.
That tightens it all up.
Schedule, our strength of schedule, it's even better.
I mean, we look at it, in a realistic view. Coach doesn't make these schedules.
Right.
The Big Ten makes the schedule.
And the
ADs. So we think about this, okay? This next year coming up, I already knew it was going to be a tough year.
We're in that cycle.
We're in that cycle where we're going to have, these next couple of years where it's going to be a tough schedule.
I don't want people to get upset if we end up going to a bowl game and not the college football playoff, because there's a lot of people that are coming to these games, honestly, that didn't give a crap about IU football. I mean, we were in the state since you were a little boy. You were in there, but I've been there for 30 plus
years.
Dude,
I was a toddler still sucking on my pacifier going to those games.
Yeah, I know you were.
Because you were holding me.
I know.
And I was flying.
You used to play in Knott Hole Park, for God.
Yeah.
Before that was closed in there.
I was more interested about watching the game than I was playing football. Because I was already playing football at that time.
Yeah, as a teenager, yeah.
As a teenager, so, it's okay. A couple kids were talking smack, and they got dropped on their butt and figured out, this little guy can hit. No, but some of these guys I could sit here and talk football with, but they only talk football relevant to what's now, not what has happened in the past 5 to 10, 10 years.
They couldn't tell you.
No, they couldn't tell you.
A lot of these people are IU bandwagon fans. They couldn't tell you what happened 5 years ago.
No.
10 years ago.
They're only relevant now
20
because
years
they're
ago.
good.
You know, yeah. You know, like some of the players that we had, Tigre Scales, you know, Tracy Porter.
Yeah.
You know,
Dexter Williams, the third.
But he's on Kennesaw State.
Oh, I'm just saying the full name for people that, you know, don't really know.
Sorsby.
Shoresby.
Sorsby.
Yeah, and maybe that's one thing we can do to end out this show, Dad.
What's that?
Is I want to talk a little bit about what people have been saying over the internet about how, you know, a few of our old QBs are in the transfer portal now. And some people have said that, oh, we would like to have them back.
Yeah.
Well, people, I disagree with that comment.
I disagree with Sorsby.
I disagree with it. Now, I'm going to give the people a reason why I disagree with this.
Yeah.
And y'all can hate me for it. After the years, okay, I'm highlighting years for people who are listening. Years of me watching Brendan Shoresby, he wasn't fit to play in the Big Ten.
Now, you said that years ago.
Yeah, I said he wasn't fit.
That. Yeah.
If you guys want my reasons, this is why. And this goes to the same thing for Dexter too.
Yeah. He's going to graduate now. But.
Right. But my thing here is that he went to Cincinnati, he did good. Awesome. He had 2,888 or 2,880, passing yards. Great. But here's the thing, guys. Whenever you come into the Big Ten, and another reason why Fernando Mendoza got the Heisman, you got to be more calculated and understand your grounds than other, programs around here. Other, Big Ten teams, when we look at a QB, we don't like these QBs that run and can pass and all this stuff. Granted, Fernando has ran a couple times, but he's not a runner.
His brother is
better at running.
He's better at running. Yeah, he's a really good runner.
Every single time Shoresby tried to run the ball, he would throw a pick.
Yeah.
Or he would get hurt. And we'd have to wait. And same thing with Taven. Abuse of the transfer portal, dude. You went from Tennessee to here because your brother was here.
Yeah.
Now you're back into the transfer portal again because what? Where are you going to go? You're not coming back here.
No.
You know what I mean? Like
he burnt that bridge.
He burnt that bridge pretty well. Especially the people that have been long-time Hoosier fans know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
All these news articles I see about, former IU, keep them former. They're foreign at this point. They're not allowed here.
Right.
Keep them out. Shoresby might have had good in Cincinnati. Taven might have done all right at Tennessee. But not Tennessee. Where is he at now?
UCF, wasn't it?
Yeah. Might have done well good, there. But that's the thing. You're coming from a program that wants to develop you as a QB and you can't handle it and you hit the transfer portal.
Yeah. If he would have just sat back and learned another year, just wait one more year, Fernando would have been gone and he would be battling for a spot with
Alberto or Cherry.
For Cherry. That's somebody that people aren't even mentioning right now.
Tyler Cherry, he's a hell of a QB.
He was a hell of a QB. Yeah.
I seen him get some reps. Man, holy crap. He has an arm just like Fernando.
Yeah,
he's more of a pocket passer. He's more of a pro-style QB.
Right.
But, some people don't understand that. I'll take Tyler Cherry, who's been sitting, third string? Because he hurt himself now? Fourth string?
Yeah.
I'll take him over Taven Jackson or a transfer QB because he knows the development you have to go through to be able to play at Indiana now.
And both Alberto and him, Tyler, have been sitting in all the film room, all the quarterback room stuff, all the offensive stuff, all the check downs, all the everything that they're there. A
51-yard run from Alberto Mendoza wasn't an accident.
Yeah.
This is what people have to think. it wasn't an accident. A pass play from Alberto wasn't an accident. All of it was because they sat in the film room, they read the defense, and they know what's going on.
Right.
Alberto had the plan to run the ball before he was even told to run the ball.
Yeah.
And all in particular, we don't want him running the ball, but he saw an opening because he watched the film.
Right.
That's something I can promise you that Brendan Shoresby and Tavon Jackson both didn't do.
Right.
They weren't watching the film. Granted, our line wasn't as good. I get it. Cool.
Right.
You wanted to go somewhere else. Our line is great now.
Yeah.
Okay? Still, you're in the Big Ten competition.
Right.
Cincinnati may have been good. Cool. Don't care. You're not coming back.
That's not for us to decide, but I honestly don't want him back either.
I think 90% of the fans and the other 10s who just became bandwagons would,
agree with that.
agree with that.
I mean, Tavon Jackson as a person, I liked him, but and Sorsby both. But
Both as an individual are great, but
Right.
being a QB at Indiana is just, for me, is slim to none.
Yeah.
I like this North Texas kid. I've done a lot of research on him. I've been watching him. He has an arm, and it looks like he can develop well here at IU.
he could.
And that's another thing about people. Like I just said, like you can't just walk into the Big Ten. That's not completely true because Fernando did it. But he took the time to get developed. From spring practice when you and I both were sitting there like, I don't know.
Yeah.
To now we're like, whoa, this kid developed. And he took the time. He had determination. He watched the film. Now I hope that, anybody that does come to IU actually takes us serious and understands what this program is now.
Yeah. We still have a lot of players that are here that were from Tom Allen.
Yeah.
And I really want to give a shout out to them because they didn't leave. They stuck it out.
And guess what?
Now they might win a natty. They won.
You might have this nice little ring on your finger saying you won a natty.
Natty and Big Ten champions.
Yeah.
And beat Ohio State for the first time in 30 years.
Man, I about stroked out whenever we beat Ohio State.
Right.
I can only imagine how those kids feel.
But yeah, I was trying to look up something, but I can't find it, so it doesn't matter. But I don't know. The kid from North Texas really is really the kid I like. And also the kid. There's a couple of kids out there in the smaller schools that I've been watching, like the Old Dominion quarterback.
Yeah.
And we have an Old Dominion quarterback on our roster right now, so there's a connection there. And he's a redshirt senior, so he's done. But
like I see this year. I don't know how much I agree. I mean, we could find another. Excuse me. We can find another running back, but we got BB. BB's a hell of a running back. We need to find ourselves a legitimate power back like Hemby or Black.
Yeah, the big guy.
A big guy that can hit it up the middle and hit the hole hard. Truck somebody if need to be trucked, And other hockey terms, it's called set the tone. You got to set the tone.
Set the tone.
You got to let that the trenches know, like, hey, I'm here to play. That's something that Black and, Hemby do good. Like, oh, hey, look, there's a guy in front of me. Let's see what he's about, And Black, dude, during that Ohio State game, I've never seen you run, but you need to stop putting that power arm to your right knee. I'm letting you know now. That's not going to work in the NFL, Bubby. You got to pick that arm up. I know they probably taught you, ball, chin the ball when you're on them long runs like that. And did you see that?
Yeah.
Where he was, cuffing his arm and pushing it. I get you're a big boy, dog, but man, you got to pick that arm up a little bit. You got to protect those ribs, Bubby.
Protect them. I mean, I'm still that Dancing Dynamite movie. Man, I still get a kick out of that because he just never saw it all year, and he does a full circle.
He left me in shock on that one. I never thought he could do that. I thought he was going to truck him before he did that.
Yeah.
But he made him miss.
That was awesome.
That was the hell of a spin move, dude. You know, I'd be a ballerina. I don't know how fast Keelan Black is. But, I mean, I ran a 4.25 in the 40.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could have stopped myself that quick to make that spin move. I'd probably look like a Cinderella, you know, going in circles and landing the other way. I just don't spin like that. But also, I mean, I break down pretty fast, and Black doesn't have to worry about breaking down. He just run over you at that point.
Right.
That's a big boy.
It is a big boy. But yeah, so I don't know. We'll talk about the transfer portal more later. After it gets rolling, and also our recruits coming in, and also we'll have our need to still purchase a whiteboard and put it on a wall, and I like to put the old school way: left tackle, left guard, center, right guard, right tackle, quarterbacks, wide receivers, and then on the defense do the same thing, and just to see what my projected starters are, and then, you know, fill in the holes of people who are leaving, just to see what we're looking at. I mean, obviously, offensive line, defensive line, tight ends. I mean, just to name a few. Possibly quarterback. I still got to look at the whole schematic of it all, because I like doing it old school like that.
I don't know if it just seems more simple to me. I think I read that better. Like, even on our video game that we got, you know?
Yeah.
NCAA 26, I still get so confused. Because it's all these new names now. You know? It's all these new things that they call it now.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the plays, they figured out a way to develop different plays where it's still legal. You know? Like, for instance, I grew up on trips, right?
Yeah.
You know, that's still a game, still a play that's ran. But back then, it wasn't called trips, right? It wasn't. It was X, Y, and Z.
Right. Yeah.
That's what you had on the old school board, and that's how I learned. I didn't learn off of an iPad.
Right.
I learned off of a whiteboard.
Yeah. Right.
Or a chalkboard, if that.
That's what I always loved using the whiteboard when I was coaching.
Well, you guys always taught me off the whiteboard, and or take me to a game and making me understand, watching film through the TV, like on an NFL football game, and teaching me that way.
Right. But anyway, people, thank you for joining us. Like and subscribe and share, please.
Let them know.
It helps.
Next week.
Next week
is going to be a little off, guys. Okay? I'm going to take this because my father had already forgot.
I already forgot.
So we're doing a special next week. We're going to be on the beach, not on the beach.
We'll be on the porch.
We'll be on the porch in Florida doing a talk show there in Cocoa, talking about Indiana football, because we'll know more about who we're going to play Friday
night.
On Friday night. On Sunday or maybe Monday, talk about that. Thursday's a little iffy.
Christmas.
It's Christmas. So I don't know if we may or may not do it. We might make up a day on that day. So we might do it Sunday and Monday to make over the day on Thursday.
Right.
So we'll figure it all out. We'll let everybody know.
Yeah, I'll post it on X and on Facebook and
and
Instagram and all that.
Anyhow, I won't be able to watch the game on Alabama, Oklahoma. My father's gonna give me the rundown.
Yeah.
I'll be driving down.
You know what I was thinking? I'll talk to you about it after we get off the air.
Okay.
I might try to hook you up with something.
Okay.
But yeah.
But yeah, we'll figure all that out. But yeah, anyway, y'all have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays. Be safe. Don't get too hammered like I am.
Don't drink and drive.
Don't drink and drive. This is Hoosier Faithful with Jason Simpson, Chase Simpson. Thank you guys for joining us again.
Yeah.
Have a beautiful day, and we'll see you later. Go Hoosiers.
Yeah, go Hoosiers.